Keanu Reeves buys lemonade from a pregnant woman. The reason she's selling will break your heart. Where are you watching this video from? Please comment and let us know. Also, don't forget to like the video and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. It was one of those blazing summer afternoons when the air feels like it's standing still. Keanu Reeves, dressed casually in a plain black t-shirt and jeans, was riding his motorcycle through a quiet suburban neighborhood, his hair tousled by the wind. He had been out for a solo ride, seeking a brief escape from the chaos of Hollywood life. Little did he know, this ride would lead to a moment that would stick with him forever. As he approached a corner, something caught his eye: a makeshift lemonade stand, complete with a rickety wooden table, a hand-painted sign that read lemonade, $1, and a heavily pregnant woman sitting behind it. She looked tired, her face flushed from the heat, but her eyes held a determined spark. Keanu slowed down, parking his motorcycle nearby. He couldn't help but be curious. Why would a woman in her condition be out here selling lemonade under the scorching sun? As he walked up to the stand, the woman's face lit up, though she seemed a bit surprised to see him. "Hi there," Keanu said with his trademark humility, pulling out a crumpled bill from his pocket. "I'll take a glass." The woman smiled as she poured the lemonade into a paper cup. "Thank you. It's not every day a celebrity stops by for lemonade." Keanu chuckled. "Well, it's not every day I see a lemonade stand run by someone who looks like they should be resting." Her smile faltered for a moment, replaced by a fleeting shadow of sadness. "You're probably right, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do." Keanu sipped the lemonade, which was tangy and surprisingly refreshing. "This is really good," he said. "Mind if I ask why you're out here?" The woman hesitated, glancing down at her hands. "I'm trying to save enough money to pay for my baby's medical bills," she admitted. "The doctors found a heart defect, and the surgery costs are, well, they're more than I can manage." Keanu's expression softened. "That's heartbreaking. How are you holding up?" "Some days are harder than others," she said, her voice cracking slightly. "But I can't afford to stop. My baby's life depends on it." Keanu sat down on the edge of the makeshift table, surprising her. "How about we make a deal? I'll keep you company for a bit and help you sell this lemonade." She laughed, a sound that seemed to surprise even herself. "I don't think anyone would believe Keanu Reeves is my lemonade stand assistant." "Well, let's give them a story to tell," he said with a grin. For the next hour, Keanu stayed by her side, greeting customers and even calling out to passers-by to stop and try the lemonade. His presence drew more people, and soon, the little jar she used to collect money was filling up faster than she could count. At one point, a young boy approached, starstruck. "Are you really Keanu Reeves?" he asked, clutching a dollar in his small hand. Keanu knelt down to the boy's level. "Only if you promise to buy 2 cups of lemonade," he said with a wink. The boy giggled and ran back to his parents, who ended up buying 4. When the crowd finally thinned, the woman looked at Keanu, her eyes shimmering with tears. "You didn't have to do this," she said softly. "You're right," he replied. "But I wanted to." Keanu stood there for a moment, his mind racing. He'd always been known for his generosity, but this felt different, personal. He pulled out his wallet, but instead of handing her a bill, he asked, "Do you have a pen and paper?" The woman looked puzzled but handed him a small notepad and a pen she had on the table. Keanu scribbled something down, tore off the page, and handed it to her. "Here's my number. I want you to call me tomorrow," he said. "I know a few people who might be able to help." The woman's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" "Absolutely. Just promise me one thing. Take it easy, okay? You and your baby need rest." She nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. "Thank you. Thank you so much." Keanu gave her a warm smile before heading back to his motorcycle. As he rode away, he couldn't stop thinking about her strength, her determination, and the unborn child she was fighting for. The next day, true to his word, Keanu connected the woman with a trusted charity that specialized in helping families with medical expenses. But he didn't stop there. Quietly, and without any fanfare, he covered the remaining cost of the surgery himself. A few months later, Keanu received a letter in the mail. Inside was a photo of a healthy baby girl and a heartfelt note from the woman. "Dear Mr. Reeves," it read, "thank you for saving my baby's life. She's here today because of your kindness. I'll never forget what you did for us." Keanu smiled as he looked at the photo, his heart full. He tucked the letter away in a drawer where he kept other mementos that reminded him of the good in the world. He didn't need anyone to know what he'd done. For him, the joy of knowing he'd made a difference was more than enough. And as for the woman, she never set up a lemonade stand again because she didn't need to. Thanks to one stranger's act of kindness, she and her baby had a fresh start and a future filled with hope. Kindness doesn't always need to be grand or public. Sometimes a quiet gesture can change a life forever.